If you enjoy gaming and you have a pre-built computer, I think a dedicated graphics card is worth it. If you're like me with a budget pre-build, this will work for you as the graphics card only uses power from the PCI Express slot and pulls 75 watts or less. A dedicated graphics card also gives editing programs a big boost by using GPU acceleration instead of stressing your CPU. I admit I'm a use-it-until-I-can't anymore consumer, and my editing program is very old, but it still does what I need. Speaking of, I've had this Cuisinart kettle for over a decade. Highly recommend spending more to avoid having to replace your budget brand kettle every year when the fuse goes, killing the kettle for good. I agree a Canon DSLR is worth it, but it's also worth bearing in mind that the lens is where the magic happens. In the YouTube world, the pricey Sigma F 1.8 lens was legendary due to its bokeh effect and sharpness. If you buy an expensive camera but only use the kit lens that comes inside the box, you may not get that cinematic bokeh look. Here is a picture taken with an iPhone 13 and then taken with a Canon 600D using a 50mm lens, which is a good lens for product and detail shots. Just an example of why the lens matters, the 50mm is far better than the standard 18 to 55mm kit lens when it comes to background blur. What exactly do you want from your camera is the first question you should ask. For you fellow gamers who use a PC but love a controller, I highly recommend the official Xbox controller over third-party Xbox-style controllers. They're more precise, they have Microsoft's proprietary Xbox wireless protocol for low latency and rock-solid connection, and this is my experience. The buttons don't get jammed after a month or two, rendering the thing useless. I know there are officially licensed third-party brands who've started to use magnetic sensors, but it's a classic case of getting what you pay for. I'm a fan of long-term durability. I would pay extra for an SSD over a classic hard disk drive or HDD. It's 5 to 15 times faster, and if you edit or play games off a drive, it has instant read and write without having to copy files to your PC. Bottom line, if you just want to dump old photos once a year and stick the drive in a drawer, get the cheaper HDD. If you plan to move large files regularly or edit off it, the extra cost of an SSD is worth it.